Coming up on Small Town Big Deal.
The hills are alive.
With the sound of music?
No, with the taste of ice cream.
We're hitting one state's unique ice cream trail.
Bishop's Homemade Ice Cream #5.
Oh, let's try it.
Going shop to shop.
Seeking out the very cream of the crop.
Vanilla's good.
We just need to keep eating it.
I gotta take a picture of this.
You're in for a real treat.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
You know, Jan, we've done some pretty nutty episodes on Small Town Big Deal, but this one might have just the right toppings to make your blood sugar boil.
We are in Peterborough, New Hampshire, at the beginning of an episode that is really decadent and, quite honestly, a little dangerous for my waistline.
Small towns and amazingly picturesque landscapes are just a part of New Hampshire's cool factor.
But when it comes to cool and creamy, nothing tops New Hampshire's original ice cream trail. So what exactly is the ice cream trail?
It's 47 shops that are sprinkled across the state. Anyone can do the trail.
Let's get out our trusty
Map.
ice cream map.
All you need is an official map and a hefty love of ice cream.
And we got both. So we're winding our way through the state, visiting small towns along the trail, checking off as many shops as we can stomach in one episode. Okay, it's our first stop on the trail. So I think whatever we do, we need to start small.
Yes, we gotta pace ourselves.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we can't eat very much.
This is perfect for two.
Oh my goodness!
So much for pacing ourselves.
This summit of sumptuousness is called the Mount Monadnock Sundae.
Appropriately named after this nearby mountain.
That is the biggest bowl of ice cream I have ever
Wow!
Here you go. Enjoy.
And the responsible party for the creation of such magnitude is Susan Mazzone, the owner of Ava Marie's, who named the store after her daughter.
It's a fixture here in Peterborough, which was the inspiration for the fictional town of Grover's Corner in the 1938 Pulitzer Prize-winning play, Our Town.
You must be loving all the peanut butter.
seen. I am.
Yeah. If Pulitzers were awarded to ice cream, Susan's creation would be a strong contender.
35 scoops with 5 different flavors.
Wait, there's 35 scoops?
Yes, and it's 2 different sauces for toppings, homemade whipped cream.
I think we might have to end after our first stop.
Okay, so did this just blow you away when you saw it?
Totally. Wow.
How many more days of this do we have?
Not enough.
Best shoot ever!
As we said, there's a lot more to our trip than ice cream. Oh, look at the river, look at the river, look
Wow.
at the river. We're on our way to nearby Merrimack, a town of about 25,000.
Here you'll find red roof buildings that are the hallmark of academic institutions for a very distinguished breed of student.
We get them when they're kindergartners, and by the time they get out of here, they're graduated college.
But we're not talking about an academic degree. We're talking about learning what it takes to be one of the most recognizable ambassadors in the world. Yep, those famous guys.
We're at the Clydesdale Hamlet in Merrimack. Think of it as a boarding school for the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales.
The horses are bred in Missouri, and those with the right stuff come to New Hampshire.
They need to be bay in color, black mane and tail, and 4 white feet, and a white blaze.
Is that our lift?
They're probably best known for their Super Bowl ads. Here in Merrimack, they'll train to be part of a hitch team of 8 horses and pull a wagon.
Our horses that we put into training here, I believe you can tell by their step and how they get their heads up and how much proud they are to be pulling the wagon.
So after watching Mark, he's gonna let us take that 2-horsepower team out for a little drive.
All right. So driving Budweiser Clydesdales, who can imagine?
And now we're wanting to turn, so you're going to pull to the left a little bit, and now pull back on the right a little bit, because
This is definitely Jan and her element.
Rodney, you're up.
All right. When I do it, not quite so easy. Easy,
Easy.
easy.
Lean back and use your legs a little bit.
Okay.
Pull your right a little bit because they're gonna want to cheat on you.
After a few minutes, I start to get the hang of it.
Hey, Jan.
Yeah.
Driving Budweiser Clydesdales.
How's it feel, Rodney?
Feels pretty good.
But when it comes to the Clydesdales, 8 is the magic number and a full hitch. And the trainer today is Eric Soto.
He does not have to go to the gym, ever.
All right.
For Eric, a day's work is a lot more than driving or training horses.
What's it like for you when you come into a parade and a big crowd of people and you see their faces and
Second to none. It's,
quite a rush?
oh, it's amazing. You're going along, you see every person in that parade, you can focus on them, and it just lights up their faces. It's almost magical.
The next time I see the Clydesdales perform, I'm gonna have a whole new appreciation.
I've worked up an appetite for ice cream.
I know you're the horse person, but that was a lot of fun.
Uh-huh. I saw your face. You were excited.
Pretty cool. Get ready to eat some more ice cream.
I'm ready.
Spot number 36.
Okay.
Richardson's Farm. So let's see what they've got.
So what flavors do you recommend?
Well, how about you try some?
Oh, a sample platter.
Okay, I think she knew we were coming.
The people at Richardson's leave it to us to guess all the local flavors in that sampler.
I can taste blueberry.
Maybe it's like black walnut.
Black cherry walnut? No.
Now this one down in here.
Pumpkin?
Yeah, like a pumpkin spice. So, where to next?
We're off to see the wizard, but not the one from Oz.
I'll get about 7 to 9 gallons of ice cream out of this.
It's one sharing his secrets for wonderful ice cream. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
I'm like so ready for more ice cream,
I know.
right? We've been winding our way along the New Hampshire ice cream trail, and we've hardly been disappointed.
Oh my goodness!
You get a creamy ice cream, but with the flavor of like a sherbet.
Number 5, Bishop's Homemade Ice Cream.
So far, we've only hit a few of the 47 shops along the trail. Eating all that ice cream made us wonder, how do they make it taste so good? For the inside scoop, we're heading off the trail for just a bit. We are at Hatchland Farms in Haverhill, and I think most of us know that the road to ice cream begins with these hard-working ladies and all of their milk, but we wanted to find out what else happens on that journey from
Cows.
to cones. Most dairy products come from large farming operations, but a place like Hatchland Farm is proof that mid-size and even small family farms are still key players in the dairy game.
Come on out here.
Howard Hatch started dairy farming just after serving in Vietnam. He says it helped ease the emotional scars of war.
It was my way of coping. If I get up in the morning and I went to bed totally exhausted at night, I could sleep. If I had a lot of time on my hands, I think it would have haunted me.
Today, Howard works with his daughter, Kristen. She says the key to their farm's success is pride.
Most definitely. That was something that started with my father, and he instilled it in us. Be proud of what you're doing and take care of it the way you would want somebody to take care of you, basically.
There's a misconception out there that farmers don't love their land and animals, and that's just not true. And obviously, Chris and her dad have tremendous passion for both.
Passion is arguably the first ingredient they put into their ice cream, which starts out as an ice cream base.
You need milk to make a base. So at the milking parlor, we find ladies who are utterly pumped to be there.
They like to come in and get milk. They're lined up at milking time, ready to come in.
So after the milking parlor, it's on to the pasteurization plant.
Milk is mixed with a number of different ingredients, like egg yolks and sugars to create the base. The pasteurization process heats up the mix to kill any possible bacteria.
Next, the base is homogenized inside the machine to give it a uniform texture.
Then it's placed in cold storage for about 24 hours.
They've done their part, the guys in the plant have done their part. Now it's time to make some ice cream.
Enter David May, Kristen's husband.
He's Hatchland Farm's ice cream
We
wizard.
are making maple ice cream.
Of course we are.
Yes, New England.
Okay.
Yes. This machine right here,
We get to play Wizard's Apprentice, using this modern-day cauldron known as a batch freezer to mix the base with other flavors.
We must get every last drop of that deliciousness. Every last drop.
we're going to get some maple syrup going in there. We need 4 cups.
Okay, we're gonna make it very mapley. Smell that, smell that.
I just gained a pound just smelling that. There's probably about 10,000 calories in that.
I have a couple more ingredients to put in.
Okay.
Just a little bit of vanilla kind of rounds out the flavor, and then a little maple flavoring just to boost it. Hit your begin button down on the bottom. And now we set a timer. I'm going to set it to 9 minutes. You can see it's folding over a little bit.
The batch freezer makes the mix colder and thicker to about the consistency of soft serve ice cream.
It's showtime.
And I'm going to drop my RPMs a bit so it doesn't just go flying all over the place.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we got a couple of samples here, the ice cream you guys just made.
That is really
Oh my God.
sweet and mapley.
Like smooth.
The boxes of mix are frozen for 24 hours before being shipped off as hard ice cream.
Or you guys want to fill one?
Dave, go
Let's just
ahead.
watch.
He can finish it. Remember last night when I said I didn't think I could eat any more ice cream?
Yeah,
I stand corrected.
he was wrong.
With a better understanding of making ice cream, we're back on the New Hampshire ice cream trail for more.
I think that maple ice cream was gonna be hard to beat.
Our taste buds take us to stop number 23, Wicked Good Dairy Delights in North Haverhill. It's owned by Hatchland Farm, and yep,
Can I get 2?
Yeah.
we're at it again.
First I want vanilla because I haven't had vanilla yet.
Black raspberry.
Yeah, I heard that sweet cream. I want to try that.
I hear it's some of the best cookies and cream anywhere.
Around back, we have an impromptu ice cream social with Amy Hall.
It's a lot of fun.
She's the brains behind the ice cream trail concept and all it has to offer, like the map we've been using that lists the stops along the trail.
It's rich in trivia to promote and educate the public about the state's dairy industry.
If you have the opportunity to get on the trail and visit a farm today, you'll see firsthand just how loved and cared for these cows are.
Her hope is the New Hampshire ice cream trail helps the industry find its way by leaving a good taste in everyone's mouth.
Up next, our rocky road adventure continues.
Keep your eyes on the road. There.
What?
There.
And we're going to the extreme for New Hampshire's best ice cream.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
I think we're gonna have to rename our show.
What's that?
I think it's gonna have to be Small Town Big Stomach.
That's because when New Hampshire's ice cream trail came calling, we had no problem answering it.
Thanks to this handy ice cream trail map, we've been going non-stop, shop to shop, sampling the cream of the crop.
Vanilla's good.
We just need to keep eating it.
I gotta take a picture of this. Oh, that looks like it's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Now we're making our way to New Berlin and Ingy's Ice Cream and Snack Shack.
Whether a shack, shop, or stand, choosing a flavor is always a struggle. They all sound good.
Let's try it out. So what's in Maine Black Bear?
What's in fly fishing fudge?
What about Dinosaur Crunch? Decisions, decisions, decisions.
I go with the Moose Tracks, and Jane gets the fly fishing fudge.
M&M's, chocolate, peanut butter, fudge.
On the back of our trusty map is dairy cow trivia. Now, Rodney is a lifelong farmer, but I wonder if I can stump him.
Can you name, let's say, the top 5 out of 6 breeds of dairy cows?
Holstein, Jersey, Guernsey, Brown Swiss.
Give you a hint?
Yeah.
Starts with an A.
Hampshire.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. That's right. Yeah. And the last one is the milking shorthorn.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'm a farmer.
With full stomachs, we leave Berlin and head to Mount Washington, the highest mountain not only in New Hampshire, but in the entire Northeast.
So if we hike up Mount Washington,
Do you think we could burn off all the calories we've consumed?
I think we could, but good luck with that.
So instead of hiking, we take the high road. Around here, that's the historic Mount Washington Auto Road. The 8-mile route to the 6,288-foot summit opened back in 1861.
Today, we're just one of 45,000 vehicles that go up and down the mountain annually. I'll sum up the trip like this.
That road's pretty treacherous.
Rodney doesn't like heights.
It really doesn't bother me to glance at the steep drop-offs leading into the cloudy abyss. But Rodney?
Keep your eyes on the road. There.
What?
There.
We made it, see?
We did. You did good.
We didn't fall off the edge.
The views are stunning, and they call the cloud deck below us an undercast.
Can you believe this? We are above the clouds.
It's like being in an airplane, but outside.
We're also here to see the Mount Washington Observatory, where they study the systems that create Earth's weather and climate. Turns out, despite visiting on the prettiest of days, this is an amazing place to study the world's ugliest weather.
A hobbit door, okay.
Meteorologist Tom Padham guides us through some tricky stairways to get to the top of the observatory.
Oh, he said watch your step, he didn't say watch your head.
Well, Rodney and Jan, welcome to the worst weather in the world.
Hey, it doesn't look so bad today.
Yeah, I don't know what you're complaining about.
How many days a year would it be like this?
Maybe one out of every 50 or 60 days, I would say. This is really a beautiful day up here, actually, so count yourselves lucky. I have been on top of this tower in 133-mile-an-hour winds, and I've seen wind chills of about 85 below.
This is more the norm for Mount Washington, especially in the winter.
Wild weather here often transforms the summit to a world where winds and clouds are the dominant species.
A lot of times the moisture from that fog or those clouds is actually accumulating rime ice, so ice is just building up on everything, sometimes as much as 10 inches per hour. This is actually one of the windiest places on Earth, and it is the windiest place in North America. When we did set a world record wind speed back on April 12, 1934, 231-mile-an-hour wind gust.
So you're only about 1,000 feet above Denver, but why is your weather so different?
You have to go about 1,000 miles in every direction to reach a higher mountain than Mount Washington. That air is not being interrupted in any way as it's coming towards us.
Also, Mount Washington sits smack in the middle of 3 major storm tracks.
All that makes it the sweet spot for studying extreme weather.
And for meteorologists like Tom, that's a huge commitment that requires a unique work schedule.
We work a week on and a week off, so I'm up here from Wednesday to Wednesday.
That means the meteorologists are office mates and roommates.
Welcome to our living quarters.
In addition to sleeping quarters and a comfy common area, we also find volunteer Ruth Innes.
When duty calls, 76-year-old Ruth climbs into action, literally. She routinely makes the 8-mile round-trip hike up and down the mountain.
For a week, she serves as the chef for the observatory staff, interns, and any guests. Today, she's whipping up, well, we'll let Tom tell you.
Well, there's 47 stops along the ice cream trail, but this is the unofficial 48th, we'd like to say. So our wonderful volunteer Ruth here has made some homemade ice cream from the summit of Mount Washington.
Homemade.
High altitude vanilla ice cream.
This is good.
You can see that we get spoiled up here.
You do. Can I drive down?
Oh, but you just took the keys, so I guess so. You don't trust me?
Yeah, I trust you.
He doesn't trust me.
With time running short, we won't hit all the shops on the trail.
Why vote for coming back next year?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff up here.
That's right. New Hampshire's pretty cool.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal.
As you can tell, the sun is setting on our big ice cream odyssey. Yes, we hope you enjoyed it as much as our taste buds did.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, a little too much.
What about Mount Washington?
Okay. I didn't even know what an undercast
Me neither.
was.
And making that maple ice cream was pretty cool.
But I think eating it was even better.
The Clydesdales for you, that has to be a...
I want one.
Join us again next week, and once again, we celebrate the great stories from across America.
Okay, Victor. You know what to do. Oh, but you're really tall. Yeah, there was a reason I wanted to put on the collar.
Who wants to put the harness on? Is anybody?
Rodney does.
Man, this is heavy. To here?
Yep.
Right here?
Yep. Now, you know what you have in your hand right now? This is called a crooper.
A crooper.
Every horse's butt knows what this is. And then put that underneath and then back up.
And I'm getting to raise his tail and put the stuff on in the back of the horse. Did you sterilize this last time?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.